Take a time out. How many foreign men have you dated, Chin? I mean, for real.
2.
Okay. How many foreign men have you dated that you met face to face?
1.
You're online. You're meeting people, right? You're meeting people, but you ain't in a relationship until you're in a relationship.
Okay,
If I ask you, how many foreign men have you met face to face?
Face to face, 2, including you.
Okay, exactly.
Okay.
Right. So there's a difference, right?
Yes.
So it's important to point that out so they don't think you out here
Dating around.
So they think you out in the streets. Yeah. What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Chang.
And today we're going to talk about why some Filipinas only date Western men.
Yeah.
I've seen this topic debated in Facebook groups, dating forums, all over the place. Today we're going to talk about why some Filipinas only date Western men.
Some people say it's about love, but others say it's about opportunity and it's all about, the money.
Stick around to the end of the video because we're going to tell you the biggest reason why Filipinas date Western men.
Yes.
So in this video, we're going to break it down. And we're going to give you the real reasons and a lot of truth.
You can't handle the truth.
I want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And trust me, we're gonna be honest about it and we're not gonna sugarcoat anything.
All right, let's get to it.
But before we get into this video, don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
Stick around to the end of this video because we always have some bloopers and some outtakes to keep you entertained.
That's right. And leave your comments below because we love reading them and we love to respond.
We love responding. All right, Ching, kick the intro and let's get into this video. Nothing new, huh?
Nothing new.
The old school pea shooter.
The old school pea shooter.
All right. Rolling by trike. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning. Is it true that some Filipinas only date foreigners?
Yes, I think some Filipinas only or exclusively date foreign guys only.
And what about you? Do you date local men or do you date foreign men? What's your preference?
I think when you go back to our older videos, I specifically said that when I started dating again, my aim is to date foreign guys. But of course, it's not new to you that my late husband Carl was Filipino.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and to me, he already set the bar for the Filipino guy. So that's it. I'm done dating Filipino guys. So I would like to date foreign men.
Okay. I've actually heard many women say, I only date foreigners. Okay, but in fairness, it's important to remember that's a small percentage. Most Filipinos are going to choose to date local men.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to communication, it's easier to communicate with a local guy. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But of course, that only applies to a smaller group. There's a clear preference and sometimes it's a strategy to some Filipinas to date only foreign men.
So you can give us some of the reasons why some Filipinas feel that way.
Sure.
All right. So we wrote down some reasons why we think some Filipinas only date foreign men.
I think the first one is an obvious reason for all of you.
Financial stability, right?
Of course, definitely. Right. Now, we keep on mentioning in our videos that no woman in this planet would not want security.
They all want, all the women want security. They're looking for They're looking for a financial stability.
Of course.
It's tough to blame anybody for that, right? I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think most Western men who come here, they come with a stable financial income, as you may call it, or pension or retirement benefit. And, a lot of Filipinas would think of it as an advantage. I think some Filipinas would like to be in that relationship with a foreign guy.
So the bottom line is, it's not necessarily about gold digging. It's about stability.
Definitely. The second reason I think is about maturity and life experience. So I think a lot of Western men who come here, Filipinas perceive them as someone who is more emotionally mature, has more experience in life. And that's the reason also why a lot of Filipinas would want to be in a relationship, in an age gap relationship. Because a lot of us think that Western men who are older than us are more matured, are more experienced in life.
Right. Okay.
Mature, financially stable. I mean, at least
That's the perception, right?
That's perception, yes.
Okay. And then too, a lot of the guys that come here to the Philippines are between the age in their 40s to 60s or 70s, and a lot of guys are seen as being more serious and more committed to a relationship. A lot of dudes are divorced and they're just looking to settle down, have a nice woman that they can enjoy the rest of their life with, and that's the goal.
Yeah, the goal is to have a companion, especially, let's be real about it, as we said in the beginning of this video, that a lot of Western men would want someone to take care of them, especially when they're older, you know, and Filipinas are known to be nurturing, you know, and take care of the elderly. So
You nurturing? You nurturing?
yes, of course, I know that for a fact.
You are nurturing. So what's the third reason on our list?
I think the next reason is that a lot of Filipinos perceive Western men as, you know, they treat Filipinas better than local men.
Word?
Yeah. Because, you know, some local men, I say some local men have this reputation of cheating, blatantly drinking, gambling, and not helping in the household. So, you know, if you're a Filipina and you had that experience, why would I deal with it again?
Do you think Western men are seen as being more respectful toward their partners?
I think so. That's the perception I have in my mind when I reflect on it, and when I look back on, I wanted to date foreign men because I see them as respectful. I think a lot of Filipinas perceive Western men as very respectful, well-mannered, and at the same time, like for example, a lot of times Western men, or I encountered them opening the door for me or helping. Do you need help with that? Pressing the elevator?
Local dudes don't do that?
Huh?
Local dudes don't really do that?
Some don't. I think the next reason is Western men are perceived by Filipinas as romantic. I mean, we see it in the movies, like in Netflix series, in all other shows abroad, that Western men are more giving, like for example, flowers, taking them out on a date. And you know, for a Filipina, it's like refreshing to see that and would want to experience, especially when you've never been appreciated here.
So you guys feel like Western men are more romantic?
Yeah, I think so. And I think in my very limited experience with a Western man, I think you're mostly big on compliments.
So sometimes it's just about an opportunity for a better life.
Or for sure. Because there are some Filipinos who really think of it as, you know, we're talking about security, financial advantage. But some Filipinas would also look at it, if I'm with the local dude, it limits my ability to live abroad. You know, but if I am dating a foreign guy, it opens the door to the possibility of me living abroad. Yeah. You might live here, but there's a certain possibility that, you know, that foreign guy would ask me to live abroad or go back to his home country. Right. Yeah, and I just hope that he doesn't promise to bring you to his home country and live in a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah, Alabama. With his mama.
With his mama.
With his mama.
In Alabama with his mama.
Yeah. When we were talking off camera, you brought this one up and it actually made a lot of sense. I never really thought about it this way.
So there are a lot of Filipinas who want freedom in their relationship. When I say freedom, especially when a Filipina dates a local guy, especially if a Filipina is a single mother, okay, when I date a local guy, the pressure from the local guy's family will be, why did you date a woman with kids? You should have known better. You can find a single woman without kids. Why are you going to take responsibility? Because it's face also, right? You know, so everybody or everyone here cares about face so much, right? So yeah, so they think of Filipinas with kids as labeled as disgraciada, or you had babies because of an accident, you know.
Okay, so the next one is just sometimes physical preference, right?
Yes. A lot of Filipinas want to have or to date a foreign guy because they want to have mixed babies. You know, that's I think especially older Filipinas, they want to have babies, particularly mixed babies, but of course they want babies with different colors of eyes.
Have you ever seen a Filipino with blue eyes?
No.
I've heard that so many times. ooh, I want to marry a man with blue eyes so my baby can have blue eyes. Your baby ain't gonna have blue eyes. Your baby's gonna have brown eyes. Period. And no matter what color his eyes are, your baby is gonna have brown eyes. A lot of Filipinos are just more attracted to white men or black men or foreign men in general.
Yeah.
And I gotta say this. This is what I'm gonna just say this. There are a lot of very feminine men out here in the Philippines. I'm just saying, it's not an accusation. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying it is what it is.
I think in my observation, the younger males are more feminine. But I think the older, like 30-ish and above, I think they're masculine. Here in Metro Manila, I think I agree with you that there are a lot of feminine men over here compared to the province. And I think it has something to do with influence from other countries also, particularly South Korea, because a lot of Filipinos,
the K-pop stuff.
idolize the K-pop thing and all that.
Just the same way as I prefer a woman who's fit, feminine, and friendly, and might have some cute full lips or whatever, and with darker skin. There's women here who prefer a dude who's not Filipino. They prefer a foreign dude, might be white, might be black, or some other race, whatever. But they just have a preference for other dudes.
Yes, it's all about preference.
Take a time out. How many foreign men have you dated, Jen? I mean, for real.
2.
Okay. How many foreign men have you dated that you met face to face?
1. Online dating.
Okay, yeah, exactly. The
Is it
online dating.
included?
You're online. You're meeting people, right? You're meeting people, but you ain't in a relationship until you're in a relationship.
Okay. Because in your definition of dating means you're a boyfriend,
you're
girl.
in a relationship. Yeah.
So I only dated 1. That's you.
Right. So, but you've met.
I've met.
Okay.
Okay. I've met
you,
one.
How many foreign men have you met face to face?
Face to face, 2, including you.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So there's a difference, right?
Yes.
So it's important to point that out so they don't think you out here
Dating around.
So they think you out in the streets. Yeah. So the next one is just cultural curiosity, right?
Yes.
We talked about in our list when we were talking off camera, we were talking about just cultural curiosity, just being curious about somebody else's country, somebody else's culture, somebody else's style, language, all of that.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, that's one of the reasons also why I want to date foreign guys, because I want to know more about culture, immerse myself into the culture, learn something about another person's language, preferences, pop culture, and all that.
Look, the bottom line is, for a lot of local Filipinas, the thought of dating a foreigner is just more exciting and a little different to them. And some people are looking for that. Some people are looking for something different than what they've already done.
Yeah, and to add to that, just being real. You want
to be real?
Yeah, we gotta be real.
Like really real?
Yeah, really real.
Be really real, son.
Yeah. It gives Filipinas clout. Especially when you walk around with a foreign guy, you get looked at, and it gives the Filipinas some clout.
So you get clout because they think you got money now, right? Not because you're with like this dynamic, handsome dude.
You'll get clapped by other Filipinas. Another Filipina is now lifted up from poverty, something like that. A lot of Filipinas would relate to that because it's a joke, inside joke for us Filipinos, especially when you're with a foreigner. And it's sad because Filipinas are...
That's the whole crab mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that crab mentality. People hate for you to be on the come up because they get left behind. People really, really have some issues with that. All right, so the number 9 reason, you said that Western men seem to be more loyal.
Yeah, a lot of Filipinos perceive Western men as someone who doesn't lie as much. Because here in the Philippines, as you all know, a lot of people lie.
Yeah. Put it nicely, y'all stretch the truth.
Stretch the truth. Yeah. I like that. That's the truth.
Right. So whether or not it's true, the perception is real that Western men are a little bit more honest, a little bit more loyal.
And not just honest and loyal, you're more direct. So you're going to say what...
We're going to tell you like it is. We're just going to be for real.
Yeah.
Right. All right, and then you brought up another one that I just hadn't thought of because I'm not a girl, so I don't think about stuff like this. But
yeah, I think the next part is trauma from past relationship, because there are a lot of Filipinas who encounter abuse, and also they get left behind. Their husbands or their partners leave them for another woman, cheating, especially when they have children, So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, they're just looking for something entirely different.
Yeah, entirely different. And I think, someone who will, a lot of Filipinos will still think this way, that some guy abroad would come here and rescue them.
Right.
So
let's just be straight. Let's be for real. Keep it 100. Is it about the money?
Yeah, I think some people will say that she's only dating a foreign guy because, he's a rich guy. She's only after the money.
Richie rich.
Richie rich.
I'm rich, bitch!
But when we were talking about it off camera, you asked this question to me, and it made a lot of sense, actually. If you grew up with nothing, someone came along and offered you a stable life, would you say no?
I don't think
Hell
so.
no. Absolutely not. I'd be on the first thing smoking to get out. I mean, it makes sense. And I think sometimes it's difficult to look at it from that point of view and put yourself in somebody else's shoes. But of course you're trying to get out of where you are. You're trying to get out of poverty. You're trying to get out of the lifestyle you have. And you're on the come up, right?
Yeah. And someone comes along, offered you a stable life, better from what you currently have.
Right. Like,
why would you
much better.
Much better,
Right.
a whole lot better. Why would you not take that?
I would take it. I ain't gonna lie, I would take it.
I mean, it's easy for you to judge when your fridge is full and your bills are paid. But for a lot of women who are really struggling financially, that could be a good deal.
Okay. I mean, I can't argue with that.
But I want to tell you something. This part might sting a little because there are a lot of Filipinas who are very...
Sting me? Like,
sting a lot of local men.
Okay.
Okay. So... a lot of Filipinas are very vocal about their disappointment with local men, especially with the cheating, drinking, gambling, not helping with the household, But again, I'm not saying that all local men are like that. There are some men that I know personally are very good husbands and fathers.
And sometimes I think they see a foreign man as kind of like pressing the reset button.
Yeah.
Right? You have a chance and you have an opportunity to get with a foreign dude, and it's like, okay, I can press the reset button and start all over again.
You want to break the cycle. So if you are going to date another local guy, so the cycle will continue. So you have to step out of
At
the
least
cycle.
in your mind.
Yeah, in your mind.
Perception.
It's going to be the same thing.
Right. Okay, I got you. All right. So are the relationships real or are they strategic?
I think it's both. Because you develop genuine feelings for that person, and at the same time you're looking you're trying to come up, you're looking for financial stability or security, as we may call it, then I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. So essentially you're trying to come up in the beginning, but then you end up catching feelings and falling in love and getting some of that good D and all of that. Oh yeah, good D.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully you end up happily ever after.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right? Okay.
Just like some men, Western men who come here in the Philippines looking for a young, beautiful, cooperative wife or best friend,
I'm still looking for a young, beautiful, and cooperative woman.
You're still looking? Can I apply?
No.
No?
So we're almost at the end of the video. Those are our reasons why we think a lot of young Filipinas date foreign men.
Yeah, we're not yet done. And you know what the biggest reason is?
What's the biggest reason?
The biggest reason is that single moms have very, very limited choices.
What does that mean?
So here in the Philippines, just like, I said, that when you are a single mom, you are like excluded. Like you're not part of the option, especially for local men. Because a lot of families here would want their sons to marry or to be with someone who is single and build a family together.
Right. And families and parents have a lot of say-so in who a local man will marry. And that's the bottom line, right? So it's a big thing. So the biggest, in my opinion, one of the things I've learned in the last 2 years, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of local women date foreign men, they don't have a lot of other choices. Their choices come down to either find a foreign man or stay single.
Yeah, not date at all.
Or don't date at all.
And I think local men would just look at single moms as short time relationship, or
I think some foreign men think the same thing.
Yeah, but hopefully, there as I mentioned, there are good women, single moms that are looking for genuine relationships.
There's some. It ain't like it's an overwhelming number.
Yeah, it's not
like, oh goddamn, there's so many of them. There's an abundance of them. It ain't like that. It is what it is. We all understand. We've done the videos on single moms, whether or not it's a good thing to be dating them. I think it's a mixed bag of tricks. You better be sure. If you're going to date a single mom, you better be sure. And you really have to vet carefully.
Yes,
you
definitely.
really need to vet carefully. All right, so that's the video. Thanks for watching. Drop your comments below. What do you think is the biggest reason why local women date foreign men out here in the Philippines?
That's right.
This video a little spicy, but important, because I think it gives a lot of insight to a lot of Western men that come out here to the Philippines to understand part of the culture, right?
Yes.
And if you're a local woman that prefers foreign men, drop your comments below. Let us know why. Just don't be shy. Let us know why. And if you're a foreigner, what's your experience been dating local women out here in the Philippines?
Yes, let us know.
Mine's been okay.
Thank you. Drop a comment, like the video, and share it with your friends.
And for you Western men coming out here to the Philippines, remember this. Real love is built. It ain't bought.
Yeah, you can't buy love.
So don't forget, YouTube always says the best way to help us grow our channel and support us is to watch another one of our videos
right after this one.
Today we're going to talk about why some Filipinas only date Western men.
Yeah, only date Western men.
Yeah.
I just want to reiterate the word only.
Yeah, that's cool. I can delete that. Yeah, I can trim that out.
Grabe.
So let's talk about some of the reasons. So you can give us some
Spit it out. Filipinas are known to be nurturing, and take care of the elderly. So
You nurturing? You nurturing?
Yes, of course. I know that for a fact.
You are nurturing. Do my feet after this?
Huh?
Will you do
Sure.
my feet after this? Thank you. Got it. All right.
When I look back on, I wanted to date foreign men because I see them as respectful. Go ahead.
No, what?
You're going to yawn. You're no. I saw you. I think a lot of Filipinas perceive a lot of
Let's be for real. Keep it 100. Is it about the money?
Yeah, I think some people will say, "Oh, I'm gonna date." I can do it.
Yeah. And for you Western men coming out here to the Philippines, remember this. Real love is built. It ain't bought.
Yeah, you can't buy love. I'm not gonna sing. I'm biting my tongue.
I'm a foreign guy. You like me?
Of course, I like you.
You just like foreign dudes? Any foreign dude is okay?
No,
Or
I don't think so. You're the best among the bunch.
how much money you need?
I just need some buns from
need
Texas Roadhouse.
All right, let's go get us some Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
You ready? Let's go. All right. I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich. What?
If you like this
video, we got a whole bunch of other videos that are just as good, if not better. So check these out too. In the meantime, in between time, I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Cheng.
Deuces.
We're out.